Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day and a wonderful Christmas season so far. So, as per the title of this video, this is just going to be a Christmassy vibe video. As you saw from the beginning of this video, we ended up going to Chicago to kind of kick off the Christmas season. We went on December 1st, and my original plan was to actually vlog the whole thing, but it rained the entire time we were up there, and so it was really hard to hold my umbrella, vlog, try to take care of Rose. It was just not working, but I was able to get some Christmassy clips as you guys saw. We went to the art museum, which I loved so much. They had a huge Claude Monet collection, which I did not know was there, and I was just on cloud nine. So I got to see that. We walked down Michigan Avenue. I was able to go to Ralph's Coffee, which I had seen from Lauren Johnson. Never heard of it before, but it's a coffee shop that Ralph Lauren has in their stores. Not every store, but in specific stores. So adorable, such a vibe. I want my whole house to look like that coffee shop. I did buy a tote bag, which I will have to show you guys in a little bit from there, and I absolutely love it. I wanted to buy a sweatshirt, but it was $178, and I figured probably best not to. And then we just walked around and looked at the shops, and it was just really lovely. We went with my family. It was just a one-night trip, and we had a really fun time. So that was what those clips were at the beginning. And now what we are getting ready to do is watch a Christmas movie and organize the mess that is my sewing patterns. It's embarrassing, I know. I've just been shoving the pieces in a drawer and not even thinking about it, but now they're all mixed up. There is a couple other patterns I actually want to cut out, like the second portion of these pajamas and the other version of the short sleeve version of this dress, and I have just been putting it off, so I thought that would be a great thing to do while watching a Christmassy movie today. I'm thinking either The Holiday, or there's a black and white movie called Holiday that I've never seen that might be kind of fun to watch as well. So I'm just going to enjoy my tea and let's organize the mess that is my sewing patterns. So here are all of my patterns. I don't have very many because I did just start sewing not that long ago, but I thought I would show them to you guys. This one is one of my favorites. This is a McCall's Laura Ashley reprint, and this is the wrap dress that I made. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I love this pattern. Highly recommend. This is McCall's R11716, but it's actually, I will put a picture of what the actual number of that one is, but I love that pattern. This is Bouquet Clothing, the Jess apron. I have made so many of these. Highly recommend it, especially if you are a beginner. Love that pattern so much. This is a vintage apron pattern of my great aunt's, actually. I've never made this, but my aunt gave this to me because she knew I was starting to sew, and I think this would just be so darling to make. So I may do a video of making this pattern. When I opened this up, it actually was all already cut out, and I was a little bit confused because none of it was cut on the actual line. But then I read the instructions and they don't have the seam allowance in here, so you have to like cut the seam allowance out on the actual pattern pieces. So I thought that was interesting. This is one that I kind of pattern hacked. It's one of my first dresses I ever made. You can't see the version that I made, but there's this one down here with these like puffy sleeves. And then I just added a long skirt to it. Lauren Johnson did a video of like how you could pattern hack, and this was I think my second dress I ever made. So there's that one. That's McCall's 8034. And this one is Simplicity 3206. And then this, you guys will know, the Caroline pajamas. Absolutely love these. And then the last one, which is probably my favorite dress I have ever made, is McCall's 7974. And it is this view. Everything is covered of the ones that I made. It is this view that I made. This is the fall dress that I made. Absolutely love this. So yeah, that is my very tiny pattern collection, but just wanted to show them to you guys while we had them all out. Good morning, friends. So it is the next day, and Rose and I just got back from going shopping to pick up a couple things to make a gingerbread house. So I have been seeing these beautiful gingerbread houses all over Instagram and Pinterest with like the glass windows, and I've wanted to make one for a couple of years now but never taken the time to do it. So we went and picked up the stuff this morning, and I thought we would try making that today. We're going to make the actual gingerbread house this morning, and then it has to cool for a while before we can put the windows in. So I thought I would just take you guys along with me while we do that. Dough number one is done. I think I'm gonna make at least 2 more batches of this. This dough in particular, this recipe only makes one of the tiny houses, and I'm wanting to make a fairly substantial house, and I also want some leftovers so Rose can decorate one as well, and potentially Caleb. So number one done. This has got to chill in the fridge for a couple hours, so it's a good thing we're making it in the morning. But yeah, we'll just make the rest of the dough, and then I will talk to you guys once we get to baking them. After a lot of attempting to figure out what I was doing, I just was kind of winging it with the templates, but this is what I came up with. I'll have these 2 for the sides, and then I'll cut one out for the front with the door, and then the other one I just won't cut this section out and we'll just do the windows. And then I'll keep this piece to decorate as the door later. But I think while I do this, I am going to watch some Morgan Long videos. If you do not follow her on YouTube, highly, highly recommend her channel. It's very cozy, slow living vlogs, and she's doing Vlogmas right now, and I just love them so much. So I think I might watch those while cutting this out and rolling out all of the dough. But let's see how this goes. I think I'm only going to be able to do 2 at a time. So like 2 of these, and I'll have to bake it and then take that out and then do the next one. So this is probably going to take most of the afternoon of baking, because then with what's ever left over, I need to make Caleb and Rosie's little houses as well. So let's watch these Vlogmas videos and then cut out this cookie dough. So as you guys saw, we did the sugar glass, and it didn't turn out clear, but this is better than the first batch. So this is actually my second batch of gingerbread and sugar glass, because to keep a long story short, we burnt the first batch of sugar glass and decided to still attempt to pour it into the Gingerbread House cookies, and it was just a disaster. The sugar glass was like a crimson red, so it made it look like a haunted house. So I ended up remaking everything, remaking the sugar glass, and though it's not clear, it definitely looks a lot better than the crimson red. So these have to set for a couple of hours, and then I'm hoping we can decorate tonight before we go see Christmas lights. So yeah, definitely an experience making the sugar glass. I have seen a lot of people do isomalt for windows instead. So if this is like a yearly tradition we continue doing, I may just end up buying some of that to keep on hand for the gingerbread houses, because this took me almost 2 hours to just make the sugar glass, and it didn't even turn out clear. So, you know, just learning new things, and just something to keep in mind if you want to try making sugar glass yourself. I think what ended up happening was I kept the heat on a little bit too high. It didn't completely burn, but it started to almost like caramelize, which is why it's that like amber color. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll let this dry for several hours, and then we will start decorating tonight.
Who would have thought that Christmas could bring tears to my eyes? Don't get me wrong, still enjoy full times. We're gonna sing this song. Look at the snow, it's Christmas, and there's our mistletoe. Among all the gifts and all the Christmas cards, I think of you, don't forget. I ring a bell for those who have nothing, so lend a helping.
So we are getting ready to do a little festive Christmas shopping with Rose and my sister Addie. And we're just waiting for Caleb, so thought I'd take you guys along and show you all of the festive stores. I thought I would do a proper sit down to show you some things, talk about the gingerbread house, and then end this video. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this more Christmassy vibe video. I just had a lot of fun with this. So partly why I did this is, one, I've noticed as you get older, it is really hard sometimes to get into the Christmas spirit. My husband and sister and I were just talking about this the other night, how when you're a kid, all of the Christmassy things you do, you don't really have to decide to do, like your parents decide to do them for you, whether it be take you someplace, go shopping, listen to Christmas music, whatever it may be. You're just kind of along for the ride when you're a kid. But when you become an adult, you have to make all those decisions yourself. If you're going to listen to Christmas music, you have to put the album on, or the record on, or your playlist on, or if you want to bake something, you have to go out and buy everything and bake it. And so I was really just trying to get myself into the Christmas spirit this year. So I hope I did the same for you, this little video of just some fun Christmassy things. But I also wanted to do this video for my own sake so I could enjoy the Christmas season just a little bit more. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that too. But before I end this video, I want to show you guys my gingerbread house. I will show you guys some more like glamour shots of it as I'm talking, but I wanted to show it to you and just talk about my thoughts about it. And then I also wanted to show you my little haul from us shopping. When we went shopping, I was not intending on buying anything, but I found a couple things that I was pretty excited about. So let's talk about the gingerbread house first. So here it is in all of its imperfect glory. She's perfectly imperfect. My favorite side is actually, being very delicate, this side. I'm really happy with how these two turned out. So overall, really pleased with it. It is not perfect, and I have a whole new respect for people who make the really intricate details on a gingerbread house. I don't know how they do it. All of my frosting dried really thick and not as thin as some of these other people's did. But I had so much fun making it and putting it together. Even with the setback of the windows, I will definitely do this again. And I have learned a lot from this as well. I needed to shave the sides of my gingerbread house to make it a little bit more flat so they would stick together better. But my frosting turned out well. The actual gingerbread cookie actually tastes good as well, so that's good to know. So I'm definitely going to keep this recipe for next year. But I just had a lot of fun making it, and even though it is definitely imperfect, I am really pleased with it overall. So that is a gingerbread house, and now I will show you guys a couple of things that we picked up while we were out shopping. I was going to show you that night, but my sister ended up staying later, and then my other sister came over and we watched a Christmas movie, so I wasn't able to show you what I bought. But we went to Barnes & Noble, and I love that store, and I bought a couple of things. The first being this adorable edition of the Nutcracker, which I did not know was a book. This one is by Alexander Dumas, maybe? That's what it looks like. But I just think this is so cute. So I bought this. It's actually not for me. We do a gift exchange with my dad's side of the family, and this is going to be part of my gift. So I'm going to have to try to go for my own gift because I think this is just so adorable. And then the other thing Caleb actually bought for me is the Samara Joy Christmas vinyl. Oh my gosh, I love her voice so much. Very jazzy, and I just love it. Her songs are Warm in December, Twinkle Twinkle Little Me, the Christmas song, and then Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Oh Holy Night, and the Christmas song with it's a live duet with Antonio McLendon. Beautiful album. So this has been on repeat the past couple of days. I've absolutely loved it. And the last thing I have to show you guys was a very unexpected surprise. So as you guys saw, we went to this store called Von Maur, which I just love to walk through. It's such a beautiful store. And while we were walking through there, I saw a dress, absolutely fell in love with it. And I rarely try things on and also rarely buy things new, but I was like, you know what? I just want to try this on because it just looks so stunning. I put it on, everything fit me perfectly. So I hung it back on the shelf, we left, and Caleb later on in the mall was like, we're going back and buying you that dress. So This is the beautiful dress. I will put it on so you guys can see what this dress looks like on. This is one of the most dreamy dresses I have ever owned in my entire life. This is by the brand Adeline Ray. I never heard of it before, but it is just stunning. The details on this are stunning. I love the ruffle here in the front. It also has a slit up the front. Where is it? Right here, which I am not always a big fan of, but this one didn't go super high, so I thought it was really beautiful. And it's this like crushed velvet. I will, like I said, get some clips to show you guys, but this dress is just stunning. So we actually have a wedding that we're going to this weekend, and I'm planning on wearing this too. And then I'm hoping to wear it a couple more times in the holiday season, but it is just so beautiful. So this, oh my goodness, it's just, love it. So yeah, that's my very tiny haul. Didn't buy too much, but we just had so much fun. So anyway, I am actually going to end this video here. If you guys did enjoy it and you liked all the Christmassy vibes, please let me know in a comment down below. And let me know if you guys have any like traditions that you do or things to kind of get you in the Christmas spirit. I would love to know. I'm always experimenting with different things every Christmas season to try, to do with Rose, to do by myself, to do with Caleb, to do with my family. Always love trying different things to go and do. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and are having a wonderful Christmas season, and I will talk to you in the next one. Mwah.